A wet winter storm flooded much of Southern California Thursday, stranding motorists and closing roads, and is now barreling across the U.S. Lubbock, Texas, woke to more than 9 inches of snow this morning, and it is still falling. Tonight's Christmas parade has been canceled. States across the entire southern tier are prepping for some heavy snow. This is Harrison, Arkansas, where snowplows are just getting ready to roll. Crews are also out across North Carolina, treating the roads in advance of what's expected to be a big storm. More than 20 million people could be caught up in it. And it's not just heavy snow. This storm is also carrying a threat of the same kind of flash floods we saw in California. Let me bring in meteorologist Ivan Cabrera, who's with us from the Weather Center. You're tracking this storm. Ivan, what is the latest?
Tracking the storm, Anna, good to see you. It's a big storm, and it's basically going to put out everything we can as far as precipitation. We're going to have rain, we're going to have sleet, we're going to have freezing rain, a wintry mix, and some snowfall as well. In fact, by the time all is said and done, I think some areas are going to be buried in feet of snow. But let's talk about Lubbock, which you mentioned there. 8.2 inches. It does snow in Lubbock, Texas. That's the yearly annual, right? That's the annual amount. Look what it did in 24 hours. You mentioned 9 inches. We got an update from the Weather Service because it's still snowing. They're up to 10.5 inches in one day. So they've crushed their yearly average in 24 hours, and that is something. Now, you are pretty much done in Texas. This is where the storm is right now, east of Texas, and the flood threat continues across the southeast. The area that I'm concerned about as well is not just because of rain, because we have temperatures that are going to be falling below 32 across portions of Tennessee into northern Arkansas. This area here is likely going to see accumulation of not snow, but ice, and that's going to be treacherous here, and that's why we have winter weather advisories for this region. And the blockbuster snow is going to be reserved for the Carolinas and into parts of Virginia. Atlanta, this is not your storm. There is going to be a wintry mix northeast of Atlanta, but not in the city, thankfully, because I think there are about 2 plows in Atlanta. So here's the ice accumulation, 1/4 of an inch to Nashville. I started getting worried, and power lines start coming down with branches when you start getting into 3/4 of an inch, and that's a potential for Charlotte. Why? Because it's going to snow in Charlotte, and then it's going to rain, and the rain is going to fall on 32 below degree temperature, and that's going to cause a glaze of ice. Take a look at the snowfall tally. This is going to be a huge storm, 18 to 24 inches. Boone, you'll be buried. I think that's going to be certainly the focus for the heaviest of the snow. All right, let's time this out for you. Here comes the low. There's, you see the pink in Little Rock as we head through tonight, 11 o'clock. Atlanta's going to be pouring rain, may have airport delays certainly in the morning with the wind as well. And then tomorrow morning, very heavy snow across eastern, western Carolina, I should say, and into Virginia as well. And that's when we're going to be talking about the potential for 2 to 3 inches of snow an hour. And then we're finally done with it, Anna, by the time we get into Sunday night. So a huge storm, and for places that, typically don't see a lot of snow, certainly in this short amount of time.
2 to 3 inches in an hour. Ivan, it sounds like it's a good weekend to stay inside with a book and in front of the fireplace and a cup of hot chocolate.
That sounds fantastic. I'm going to go do that now.
We can make a silver lining out of all this. Thank you. Important information for our viewers.